From BS and Beer Media, it's Top of the Bleachers with Jason and Tucker.
Smith coming right, trying to outrun the coverage, makes a cut, gets it. Oh, he's still going. Oh, he's going to score. He's got the five.
Let's see what the guys are talking about today.
Yo. Welcome into the Top of the Bleachers. It is June the 19th. Juneteenth, if anybody's keeping track.
Got the day off.
And it's a Thursday.
Yeah.
And we got some stuff to talk about today, man. I got some cool stuff. I started making some slides even, bro. I was going to slide it up for a minute, but then we got sidetracked talking.
And we're talking about good stuff.
Yeah, sorry we're late, everybody.
We were sharing our emotions.
Sharing is caring.
Yeah. You want to start off with the 988 number?
Yes, actually, if you're struggling out there and feeling overwhelmed or underwhelmed or however you're feeling, if you're feeling stressed, anxiety,
if you're a Razorback fan,
anything, if you're hurting and feel like you need someone to call you, there's the 988 hotline that will give you somebody to talk to, figure it out. If you're really hurting, you can call Tucker. He'll talk to you. He's a good
I'll sit here and listen. I don't know how much talking I'll do.
Anyway, we got some NFL famous fans. I was going to show you this thing I found.
All right.
Big stars, fast cars, bro.
Big stars, fast cars. All right.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with these rich professional athletes. They're not even rich. Some of them still in college, but they like to run them cars, man.
Oh, is this gonna? Okay, all right. I think I might know where you're headed with that one.
And then the College World Series final is set after a crazy game between LSU and Arkansas last night. That, man, we might as well just start there since we're already in our emotions. That one hurt me. I don't mind. Like, it was a lot to overcome anyway, right? We had to beat it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, a lot to overcome, but man, to lose the way they lost, it just kind of hurt. Kind of hurt a little more than normal.
That it?
Well, I got some more stuff to say, but I didn't know what you're going to say with that.
Well,
because you kind of said it hurt me more than you.
I feel like it did hurt you a little bit more than it hurt me. I think it was because of the 2-game hurdle. Like, if we'd have been in the winners bracket and LSU to come back and beat us 2 games in a row to knock us out, I think that would have hurt me more. But these guys were fighting the whole time. They had they had 6 outs to get, and then they give it up. And then they take it back, and then they got 3 outs to get, and they give it up. And it just there were a lot of individual mistakes made in the game. Aloy had a chance to turn 2, doesn't do it. Davalon, but LSU had their moments too. The guy at first base, I don't know what he was doing. DVH, I didn't think was. I think the pitching could have been done better as far as like who we brought in, when we brought them in, that kind of thing.
You didn't like Gibbler coming in, or it's Gibbler, right?
It was okay, but once he struggles, and then I just don't see why you're pitching to Jones in that situation. Like, there you got a base open, like send Jones down to first base and pitch to the next guy.
That's true too.
You had Fouch warmed up. We never got to see Coyle. We never got to see Fouch. We never got to see Bybee. I mean, he had a lot of arms in the pen. He could have slowed the game down a lot by just switching pitchers with every batter. There's tons of things coaching wise and individually wise out there. I mean, our bats were like hot for 3/4 of the year, and then coming into when it started to count SEC tournament, and then the and then the regionals, the super regionals, we were doing just, other than one game I can remember, we were doing just enough to win every ball game. We put up 3-4 runs. We weren't really, hammering the ball like we were.
Yeah.
Kozel's 2 inches away from catching that last, pop up. I mean, it touches his glove. I mean, if Kozel, if Kozel's 2 inches taller, he
jumped too early. He jumped. He was coming back down. I'm like,
either way.
Well, and then the Aloy. How about Aloy not going for 2?
Yeah, Aloy could have turned 2 at one point.
Why didn't we do that?
I don't know. The pressure of the situation, wanting to make sure he at least got 1. I have no idea why. Right before that, everybody wants to put that on Aloy or whatever, but right before that is when they had the meeting on the mound and everything. So that could have been decided on that mound. Hey, if we get one, let's go to third, get that lead runner. I don't know.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say. It might
maybe he thought that he had enough time to go to third and for Iredale to go to first. I have no idea what he was thinking, but when you watch it on replay, it should have been a 1-2 out of the inning, and it wasn't. But
yeah,
that's baseball, man. That's
what I'm saying. I feel like it's if that's what they told him to do, okay.
I don't know if
they shouldn't have told him to do that. Okay, but if they didn't tell him anything, that's neglectful too, because they should be all on the same page. Okay, we got a man on first, we got one on third. All right, we're going to try and go for 2. Turn 2 here, turn 2 here, turn 2. Like everybody should be telling each other that.
Yes, I agree, dude.
So it's not. So I mean,
and Davalon, who has been like pretty much the heartbeat of our team all year long as our leadoff man, he freaking stumbles out there. He's been a rock out there in left field, and he stumbles. I felt I felt bad for the kids.
Screw you, Dale.
Yeah. I felt bad for the kids, but at the same time, I mean, it's baseball. That's the way it works,
Yeah.
There's no guarantee. There's no guarantee that if we won last night and we got to play the Tigers again tonight, that we win that ball game. I mean, at some point, the season has to come to an end for every team out there except one. Well, one team gets to stand on top of the mountain.
I know. I was hoping
what hurts me is I feel like DVH is getting close to the end of his career. And I would like him to win one here at Arkansas because he has built this program helped build this program to such a level now. I'm not worried about the program. Like when DVH leaves, I believe there will be the next person in and the show will keep rolling. I do. Mm-hmm. I just think it would suck that DVH, like, let's say he goes 2 more years, doesn't win it, retires, and the guy who takes over for him takes us to the championship and we win it, And it's not for DVH because he's already got a ring. He got one with Nebraska or whatever when he coached at Nebraska. So he's already got a ring. It's for the program. Arkansas has been there so many times. We got to have the record, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's the first thing I started seeing online everywhere was the curse. Arkansas cursed.
I don't like
2018. Now the basketball team losing to Texas Tech in the last overtime that we shouldn't have been losing. They named off like 10 things. You know what I mean? All these things that happened to Arkansas.
I think any program out there that is similar to Arkansas's, let's see, Vanderbilt.
No, they've won one though. That's the thing. Like it seems like everybody's won one except us.
Well, we've won one in basketball.
30-something years ago. Like you can't say, we won a national title in football too. Yeah, I mean,
I wasn't alive for that one. That one don't count. I was alive for the one in basketball.
It's like that one doesn't count anymore.
Oh, really? Too long. It's not relevant, huh?
Yeah, it's not relevant anymore.
I don't know, man. I don't think there's a curse, but you can call it whatever you want. Whatever you want, what you can call it. What I like is that at the end of the year in baseball and basketball, we're going to be relevant at the end of the year. That's all. That's what I want for our program is to be relevant at the end of the year. I want us to be one of the teams that they're talking about. And in basketball and baseball, I think we're going to be one of those teams for a long time. In football, I mean, football is something I have to endure to get to the basketball season now.
Oh, excuse me. Let's see.
But
he didn't win
before,
yeah.
I thought he did.
I looked up to see how many he had been to. He went to 2 with Nebraska, but they didn't win either one.
No, I thought he had a ring with Nebraska. Well, then I hope they win it for him too.
He went 2 as a graduate assistant at Arkansas. No titles. Cool. He won a Division II national championship at Central Missouri. So, but no Division I championships. But he's been
maybe we
the World Series a bunch of times.
Yeah. Maybe we just should go ahead and say it then. Let's get rid of DVH. Let's go. Let's just.
Oh, that was the other thing people were yelling already.
Oh, really? They want him fired?
I've seen it. I have.
Dude, I've seen that since he got the job in 19. What year was it? It was
2000.
Well, 2000 something. He'd been there a while now.
3 probably somewhere in there.
Yeah, 2003. In 2004, they were calling for him to be fired.
Probably.
2005, they were calling for him to be fired.
You don't see it very often, and when somebody comments that, like everybody else jumps on them and calls them stupid, so it's fine. But it's out there. People think that he got out coached on every level.
That's
like what?
That's the state of sports today, though. If you look at college, if you look at pros, that is the state of sports. If the coach can't win one within so many years, it's time to get rid of him and bring in somebody else. I mean, that's plug and play. They think that's what they think coaches are. They think you just take the coach out and you put another coach in, and everything works fine.
Yeah.
They don't think about the fact that you got to rebuild your team. You've got probably a new offense, a new defense, and all that stuff. They don't think about any of that stuff. Or you're recruiting.
I was actually looking at it. Well, never mind. We'll talk about that sometime.
It's like that guy at Denver, Mike Malone. He's like 6 games away from the end of the season, and they fire him. They're about to make the playoffs, and they fire him.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. It's like Dale said here. It wasn't a coaching thing. Yeah, he didn't get out coached. And
I did see some
things about like this guy had. I forget. It was like maybe 2003. He told a story about DVH where he told it was supposed to be a hit and run. Okay, and he didn't swing at the pitch, and he left the guy out to dry.
Yeah.
Okay, he gets back to the dugout, and he can see that Van Horn is just seething, right?
Yeah.
But he hadn't said anything to him, And the kid says something like, "Man, I'm sorry," or something like that. And Van Horn's like, "Don't you ever be sorry," you know what I mean? Like, you ain't got nothing to be sorry for. He goes, "You're not doing this on purpose." I mean? Like if you did it on purpose, then that's different. But don't be sorry. And then he said the same. He said the same thing to Davlon last night in the press conference afterwards, because Davlon kept saying he was sorry. I'm sorry. He's like, you ain't got nothing to be sorry about. We would have lost 10 games probably if it wasn't for you. You know what I mean? So yeah. Let me see if I can find this story I was going to tell you. I don't.
The best quote that I've heard about Van Horn is he's not coaching players. He's building men.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's kind of like Cal. When you come to University of Arkansas to play basketball, kids want to play for Cal because he's got a resume as long as your leg of players that are playing in the NBA that played for him.
Mm-hmm.
And DVH is the same way. Every year he has high draft picks. He has high prospects.
Cal was on McAfee today, and he said, well, first of all, he said something about the coaching thing. He said, they asked him about the Neal money and stuff and how he had to change his recruiting and stuff. And he's like, well, he goes, there's no more getting a job and keeping it for 40 years. He goes, that ain't a thing no more. He said, if you make it 10 years somewhere, you had a heck of a run.
Yeah.
That's what he said. I mean, they know that too.
Yeah, sure they do.
They asked him about the Neal money thing. That was pretty fun. He had a couple of awesome quotes. Let me see if I can find this. He said something like, he's been telling kids, he said, I've been telling kids, well, first like, my guys have made $6 billion in the NBA.
Wow.
Okay? He says, that's what he's, and so I tell him, he says, are you really going to, dang, I don't want to mess this quote up. Hang on. Let me find this. I don't want to mess this quote up.
I will say this. If Dale, if you're still watching, I do want to give some credit to the LSU Tigers, man. Like if there was one team in America that had our number, it was LSU this year. I don't know what it was about that team. I don't know, but
yeah, I don't like them guys at all. He said, I'm telling kids, you don't want to trip over nickels trying to get to 200 million. You know, if you want to take an extra 800,000 to go, and you're telling me you want to be a pro, have at it. Have at it. I'm not going to pay as much as some other guys will, but what's your goal? You trying to be one of those guys that gets a max contract and has a long career in the league, or are you trying to get paid right now? You know what I mean? You want some nickels right now, or you want 200 million? I think that's pretty cool. I like how he says that.
Spoken like a true hog father.
That's awesome.
I'm going to make you an offer you can't refuse.
Yeah. Don't go tripping over nickels. Okay. This is chump change, bro. I could just hear him. That's funny.
There probably are some kids that think, you know, well, I can just make my money in college and I don't even have to make it to the NBA or whatever.
Man, when you're 18, somebody's like, yeah, I'm going to give you 300,000, 500,000. Shit. My first paycheck was $183. I thought I was the richest man in America.
It's funny that you can remember that.
Heck yeah, I remember that. I was so happy. I thought I was rich, dude. I was like, they gave me this. This is my check. They're going to pay me this every time? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, oh, my gosh. We went and blew it all at the pool hall. That was really nice of me. Instead of giving some to my parents, I went and blew it all at the pool hall. That's really nice of me.
I'm sure that your parents didn't expect any of it.
They should have. They spent a lot of money on me. Shoot. I'm trying to find this interview because he said some other stuff here.
So what else you got on the docket, man?
What else we got? Okay, we got College World Series.
Yeah, I think we've exhausted that.
All right. So NFL has each NFL team. I don't know if it's all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times 4 is 32. Okay, this is every team. Okay, 32 teams There are famous people that are fans of, each team, right?
Okay.
So found this thing that came out. I forget who put this out. Probably NFL.com or something.
Oh, the NFL, huh?
Yeah, NFL. What do you think I meant?
I just thought your favorite team could be any sport.
Oh, NFL famous fans.
Oh, okay. All right. My bad.
NFL's famous fans. So I'm gonna name the team and see if you can guess the biggest or
Biggest.
the most popular fan. It says
Okay. All right. Okay.
most
Okay.
popular. So that's famous. You know what I mean? Famous.
All right.
Okay. The New England Patriots.
Mark Wahlberg.
No, he's like a Jets or a Giants fan or something, ain't he?
No, he's a New England Patriots fan. He's from Boston.
Oh well, that's true. No, Ben Affleck.
Well, Mark Wahlberg's more famous than Ben Affleck.
The Miami Dolphins.
Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, I don't know if you'll get this one.
Will Smith.
Pitbull. Do you know who that is?
That's a person?
Yeah. You probably heard some of his songs.
Oh, okay.
Or
he's
music
like
or
he's like
rap
a rapper or something.
He's not really a rap. I don't know how you would describe his type of music.
Okay.
It's kind of like rap, but kind of like R&B, but kind of like really fast. I don't know. It's hard to explain.
Urban.
Buffalo Bills.
Buffalo Bills.
I don't even know who this guy is.
I'm going to say Marv Levy.
Who is Chad Michael Murray? Do you know?
I've never heard of no Chad Michael Murray. Sounds like an assassin, though. He's got 3 names.
Chad, let's see, let me make sure that I said that right. Chad Michael Murray.
No,
American actor, born in Buffalo, New York. Teen heartthrob in the 2000s, played Lucas Scott on the drama series One Tree Hill. Okay, I know who that is.
Sorry, never seen One Tree Hill.
He played in Riverdale.
No.
Did you ever see a movie called The Cinderella Story?
No.
No, I don't know.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
Okay, New York Jets.
New York Jets. Holt Robinson.
Adam Sandler.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, that makes sense. That makes sense now because of Mr. Deeds.
Yeah, I'm gonna skip through some of these.
Mr. Deeds, he's got the line about, hey, you own the New York Jets. He's like, oh, that sucks.
Baltimore Ravens. I will say the team and I'll give the name, but if you have a guess, like right away, let me know. Okay.
Yeah.
Baltimore Ravens.
Joe Biden.
No. Angel Reese.
Okay.
Most popular? I don't know. She got like 4 million followers or something. I don't know. Cleveland Browns.
LeBron James.
Yeah. Pittsburgh Steelers.
Pittsburgh. Bill Cosby.
Sydney Sweeney. I've heard that name several times, but I think she's an actress, right?
Yes, she's a very young and endowed actress. Yes, she's very pretty.
Okay. Cincinnati Bengals. John Legend.
I don't think that's okay. All right. He was
I didn't know that.
Isn't he like one of the freaks from the Diddy thing?
He might end up being. I don't know.
Like him and his wife.
I've come across this news channel today. and like a news something, I forget what it's called, News Nation or something like that.
Yeah.
And they were doing some stories on some of the court cases that were going on right now. They went over a couple different ones.
Uh-huh.
And they watched the jury. This was like 2 days ago. I guess the jury finally watched the first, like they gave them 3 videos to watch.
Okay.
And they had to watch, like they had given them some pictures before, like still shots.
Yeah.
And they had kind of seen that. But they actually had to watch basically a porno. They had to basically sit in court and watch a porno. Okay. And they gave him, she said they gave him headphones, right? And they had like everybody had their own little tablet thing or whatever, right?
Sure.
And there's like 8 dudes and 4 girls or something like that.
Yeah.
And of course the girls were all, can't look and squirming and hiding their eyes.
And the
guys were like glued to it, like, well, this ain't nothing new. Like, what?
Can we fast forward?
Oh my gosh, that's horrible. Anyway, she was talking about their reactions, and I was like, that's crazy. And you could hear they said they had a couple of them had their ear set like this, and they had it like kind of off of their ear. And at one point, you could hear a bunch of moaning and stuff going on in the entire courtroom, blasted out of their headset. You know what I mean? Like, holy moly. What kind of scene must that have been? Anyway, they had to watch their first porno, I guess. And then, I don't know if you heard about this story. Where was this at? Might have been Ohio. I forget where it was at now. But this teacher is being charged with like 40 or 50 different crimes.
Okay.
For this is a female teacher.
Okay.
And she was having a little fling with a 15-year-old.
Okay.
And had like over 1,000 text messages back and forth and all kinds of pictures and even was sending him nudies. Okay. While she was the day she got married.
The day she got married. Wow.
She got married to this other dude. She's sending
a 15-year-old.
Yes. Okay. And then telling the kid, yeah, I'm gonna leave him and take all his money and tell him all this stuff. Okay. And had countless sexual interactions with this kid. Okay. They show her walking into the court. Her husband is walking with her.
Wow.
Holding her hand.
Oh, wow.
Okay. And I was like, what? Hell no. You know? And then they were saying, well, they don't think he knew the whole story.
Oh, he about to find out in court.
So they went into court. She went up to the defense table. He sat down in the crowd, and they started telling everything. Somebody went to look for him later, and he's gone. He found out about her going to leave him and take half his money, and she'd been doing this for a long time, and it's crazy. The judge was like, "This is the most horrific child grooming, whatever you want to call it, stuff going on. It's crazy." Anyway, I got sidetracked. I'm sorry. But John Legend, he may be a part of that Diddy video. You never know. I don't know. Okay, Houston Texans.
Ooh, J.R. Ewing.
Simone Biles.
Oh, okay. And that makes sense. Like her boyfriend or husband or whatever plays for him.
That's right. I almost gave you the name. Indianapolis Colts.
Maybe it would be easier if you gave me the name and I could pick the team.
All right. I'll give you the name. Pat McAfee.
The Indianapolis Colts.
This is true. Let's see. Derek Trucks.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is either. He's the most famous person for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Okay.
Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran.
Who's he a fan of?
San Francisco 49ers.
Mm-mm.
Who?
Tennessee Titans.
Okay.
Brad Pitt.
San Francisco 49ers.
Kansas City Chiefs. He's from
he's bigger than Taylor Swift.
I don't know. Good question.
Come on, man. Whoever's doing this poll is an idiot.
Well, I mean, is she really a fan? You know what I mean? She's a Travis
I don't
Kelce fan. You know what I'm saying? She ain't really whatever. Ice Cube.
Raiders.
Yes.
Raiders.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
San Francisco 49ers.
No, but you're close.
LA Chargers.
San Diego Chargers.
They're not in San Diego anymore.
Okay, LA Chargers, yeah. Warren Buffett.
San Francisco 49ers.
No. Denver Broncos.
Oh, okay.
Kamala Harris.
Dallas Cowboys.
No, San Francisco. I'm trying to get San Francisco out of the way. So you quit guessing them.
I picked the Dallas Cowboys because that would be like the Dallas Cowboys luck. Like Kamala Harris is our...
Let's see. What was that here? Kevin Durant.
Got to be somebody in Texas, right?
Mm-mm.
Detroit Lions.
It may have been where he grew up or something. I don't know where he's from.
Oh, what is it?
Washington Commanders.
Okay.
LeBron James.
I thought we already did his.
Well, he's on here twice.
Now, how can you be a fan of two teams? That's not.
Well, it's his most popular fan.
Oh, okay. I don't know, man. Dallas Cowboys.
Dallas Cowboys.
I think I've seen him with Dallas Cowboy gear on before.
Elon Musk.
Do we have like somebody that's called like the Dorks or something like that? I don't know.
Well, I mean, Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, he's an Eagles fan apparently.
Okay.
Michael B. Jordan.
I don't know. Detroit Lions.
Giants.
Oh, okay.
Kendrick Lamar.
Don't know.
The Rams. Blake Shelton. Who's his favorite team? Or he's the most popular fan of this team. What does that mean? I don't even know what that means.
Me neither. Blake Shelton.
Yes. How'd you know that?
How'd I know what?
Yeah. Blake Shelton.
You told me Blake Shelton. I was trying to guess the team.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. I thought I gave you the team. I was like, holy shit, he got it. What team? I'm sorry. Wow.
The Rams.
I muffed that one. That was a muffed kick right there. No, the Cardinals.
Oh, dang it. I was really hoping I would get
Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell.
Mm-hmm. The Seahawks.
Okay.
Kamala Harris. She's 49er fan.
Yeah, you already told me that one.
Usher.
Detroit Lions.
I'm surprised it's not. What's the other guys? What's the rapper that was in? Oh my gosh, I can't think of nothing, dude. I'm retarded.
The rapper?
Too Fast, Too Furious.
Ludacris.
Isn't he from Georgia?
No, he's an Atlanta guy.
Yeah. Was he in Atlanta?
Yeah, he's
You think he's popular? You think Usher's more popular than Ludacris?
I don't know. I would say I don't know. I have no idea how to judge that. I know who both of them are.
Mm.
I could probably sing along to more Ludacris songs than Usher songs.
They got Usher. They got Usher Atlanta Hawks, or Atlanta Hawks, Atlanta Falcons. Holy crap! I've gone stupid. Hulk Hogan,
Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Steph Curry,
San Francisco 49ers.
Mm-mm.
LA Rams.
I actually knew this one. Nope, Carolina Panthers.
Interesting.
Kevin Costner. He's a Saints fan.
Oh, okay. All right.
Josh Dummel.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, you do.
I don't think so.
Ain't he the guy that was in Transformers? The army guy?
Which army guy?
Hang on.
The white guy or the black guy?
Black guy. Or white guy.
I don't know what that guy's name is. I've seen him in a lot of stuff, though.
I don't think I spelled that right. Duhamel. Oh, yeah, here we go. Josh Dummel. Okay. Let's see. He was in All My Children back in like 1999. He played in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
He was Captain William Lennox in the 4 Transformer films. Yep.
Okay, I know who you're talking about.
All right. That guy is the most popular fan of which team? Which NFL team?
The Detroit Lions.
Minnesota.
Oh, okay.
Eminem.
Detroit Lions.
There you go. Finally get them out of the way. Lil Wayne.
God, how many teams are left?
2 more.
LA Rams.
Nope. Green Bay.
No.
Barack Obama.
But it ain't the Patriots. I can tell you that much.
The Bears. The Bears. There you go. There's the most popular people for every NFL team. Okay. The other thing I was going to tell you, big stars, fast cars. I don't know if you saw these 2 stories.
I did. I saw one of them. I don't know if I saw the other one.
Which one did you see?
I saw Shadur got busted doing 100 something.
Yep. Shadur, 101 in a 60.
I heard he was trying to get to 141 to match his draft spot.
I'm sure that's what it was. That happened, I guess, yesterday or last night or something. Back on, when was this? I don't know when this was. This was today or May 1st. May 1st, actually. Zach Edey. 7-foot monster, Zach Edey.
Oh, yeah.
Facing misdemeanor charge of reckless driving after police say they stopped him doing 101 in a 55.
What was he driving?
In Tippecanoe County, Indiana.
Yeah, but what was he driving?
I don't know.
What does that big monster get into? Honestly, like I've watched shows where Shaq was getting like a new car or whatever, and he had to take it to a guy to have it customized to have the back seat or the front seat moved back and everything.
Let me see what this thing knows. 101. I don't know. That could be anything. It could be Zach Edey was driving a Kia Sorento.
Holy crap. How do you get into that thing?
I don't even know what that is. What's a Kia Sorento?
It's like a little sedan.
Oh, like a little SUV looking thing?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they custom made it for him or something.
They must have. I can't imagine.
I don't know. That's even more dangerous if you had a crash in that thing.
Yeah.
Let's see. That was the only two I saw. Then you remember a couple years ago, like maybe 3 years ago, that kid that got drafted out of Alabama and went to the Raiders, and then he was doing like 100 and something mile an hour and hit somebody and killed him.
Oh,
Killed lady and her dog or something.
Yeah.
I think his first name is Henry Ruggs.
Yeah. I saw he says he wants to come back to football when he gets out of prison.
Yes, I saw that too. And he comes up for parole in a year. So.
And what year did he do that?
It was just like 3 years ago or something, I think they said.
And he's already up for parole?
Yeah, I'm not surprised about that. Let me see when this was. Henry Ruggs III was arrested on November the 2nd, 2021. He killed a 23-year-old Tina Tinthor and her dog. Crash occurred at 3:39 a.m. And yeah, so he got locked up, like he went to trial or whatever. I don't know when he got locked up, but when did he get locked up? Let's see. November 3rd. August the 9th, 2023. What? He didn't start serving his prison sentence till August the 9th, 2023.
And he's already up for parole.
What? So he was probably just like out sitting around his house chilling for 2 years. And now he's been in prison for almost 2 years. Let's see. When is he up for parole? This guy ain't learned nothing yet. August 5th, 2026. A mandatory parole release consideration date. Wait. He's eligible for parole on August the 5th, 2026. And a mandatory parole release consideration date of July 4th, 2027. So I guess they can say, okay, we'll have a parole hearing. Or they're going to be like, nah, you can stay in there for another year. Sounds like he'll probably get parole in August of 2026. It's crazy, ain't it?
Well, I wonder who's going to show up at his parole hearing.
I don't know. That was one thing I saw on Twitter or something. They were talking. He was, apologizing to the family and all that. He's trying to make it back to football. Come on, he ain't sorry.
Damn, big.
He was sentenced to 3 to 7 years. So it makes sense that he'd be up for parole in 2 years, I guess, huh?
I think it's crazy that you kill somebody like that and you just, all right, 3 years, and then you can, maybe we'll let you out.
Well, he was one count of vehicular manslaughter. So he didn't get
charged. He didn't get charged for the dog.
No.
Yeah.
One count of DUI
Oh, so he was intoxicated when he did it too.
Yes. 1 count of DUI resulting in death, and 1 count of vehicular manslaughter. Why you think he should keep sentenced because of the dog too?
Sure, man.
Why is that? It's not a human.
Well, I mean, I just feel like people, especially drunk driving and stuff like that, man, I feel like you ought to take every opportunity to throw everything you got at them.
I think you ought to get more than 3 to 7 years.
Yes. And if that means charging you for the dog, then should we charge you for the dog? That's what
I mean,
saying. Like,
I don't know. Somebody
they have animal cruelty, and stuff like that.
Yes, they do. They do.
I'm just saying, they could have went to the nth degree,
Well, he pled guilty, so I'm guessing they struck a deal.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, you're looking at life in prison, or you can go for 3 years if you just say you did it. Oh well, I did it. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, when you get caught drunk driving, I mean, it's kind of hard to dispute the facts, isn't it?
That's true. If he was a wide receiver for the Chiefs, all charges would be dropped already.
It's probably true. See, that's what makes me interested. Like, who's going to show up at his parole hearing? Is it going to be Roger Goodell?
Flea market, man. Floppy.
What?
Look at Floppy's comment.
Yeah. Shit happens, man.
We know, Floppy.
Shit happens.
Hurts down deep in my soul, man. But I will say this.
Yeah.
I was looking at the roster for next year.
It's looking pretty good, ain't it?
Well, I was looking like who's a senior. Like, they all go, I think, what's the rule in college? You had to be a junior before you can go pro?
Yeah, before you can be drafted, yeah.
Okay. So I was looking at the roster and I was thinking, holy crap, dude, we got a bunch of underclassmen like Souza.
Helfrid.
Justin Thomas is a junior.
Yeah.
Gabe Frazier's a freshman. Kazil's a sophomore. Aloy's a junior. Iredale's a junior. Gage Wood's a junior. Those guys are probably all gone, but they could stay if they wanted to. Jimenez is a sophomore. Robinette's a sophomore. Gackle's a sophomore.
I think you'll see there'll be one. I think there'll be 1 or 2 of them that will stay just because of how close they got this year.
Like I could tell you the seniors more than I can tell you all the underclassmen.
Yeah.
Rocco Pepe.
Yeah.
Okay, he was a senior. Logan Maxwell. Carson Bowles. Dylan Carter. Will McIntyre. And that's it. That's all the seniors. We could almost have the same team back if they all came back.
Yeah. I mean, some of them ain't coming back.
Nah, they ain't coming back, dude. Yeah. Aloy's going to be top 10 pick.
We're losing one of the Aloys. We're going to lose some of our pitching.
Like Gage Wood, he's going pro. Like, no doubt, he's going pro.
Dude, I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't.
No hitter. How do you not go pro now? Like, you can't end any better than that,
Well, trophy in your hand would have been all right.
Yeah, but as a pitcher, if they said, this is your last game, what did you do on your last game? Well, my last game, I went out there and threw a no-hitter and had 19 strikeouts. Sign me up.
Was 1 pitch away from perfect game.
Yeah, funny how that story went away immediately, huh?
Oh, yeah, the curse. It's the curse, man. It's the curse.
Yeah, it's the curse.
It's the curse.
Yeah. Oh, well. Anyway, what else? Let's see. We did the famous fans. We did the fast cars. We talked about the College World Series or the Arkansas side of it. So now
I
we got
don't.
Carolina and LSU. Who are you taking in that?
Oh, come on! I'm rooting for the Chanticleers the whole way. I ain't rooting for LSU.
Yeah.
I would rather drive to Fort Smith and tell my 102-year-old grandmother off to her face than to freaking root for LSU. Not going to do it, man.
Yeah, I can't root for them either. Besides, Coastal's the underdog, right? It's like, and they're on that 25-6 game winning streak or whatever. Yeah,
It's
man.
usually like in the NCAA tournament, when a team knocks my team out, I root for that team just because that way, if they win it all, I can say, well, we got beat by the best.
Yeah,
But in
no,
this case, I would rather LSU get beat, and I could just say, like in the back of my mind, man, we would have beat them. You know, if we could have played them, we'd have beat them.
yeah.
But no, I don't have a dog in the fight, but I'm probably going to root for the Chanticleers just because of the streak they got going. And
Yeah. Let's see. There was one more story. Well, there's actually two, but there's only one I want to talk about. I don't know if you saw this, but do you know who Ace Bailey is? College basketball player.
Yes.
He was kind of projected top 5, top 3 pick. Okay.
Yeah.
He basically, I don't know. I feel like he's sabotaging himself in some way. He was not as, like, he'd been telling everybody he's 6'10" or whatever. 6'10" something, 6'10", 6'10". That's all you ever heard. He went to the combine. He's like 6'9". Okay.
Okay.
They're always like that. But then he won't meet with any of the teams and stuff.
I did hear like to meet with one of the teams he wanted a guarantee or something like that.
Yeah, like the 76ers have the 3rd pick.
Yeah.
Okay. He told him I'm not coming to meet you.
Yeah.
And some other stuff. Let me see here.
Would you want to play for the 76ers?
No, I would not. But let me see here. This other thing I saw. He hasn't met with any NBA teams. Okay. I think it's just like, and then somewhere else it said, I forget what his quote was, but it was like, I'm looking for somewhere to go where they're going to make me, where it's going to be an automatic superstar or something like that, he says.
I don't think that happens anywhere.
Dang it. I wish I could find out.
Does he have an agent? Because his agent's not doing a very good job.
Yeah, he has an agent, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Anyway, they're talking like he might start falling in the draft because everybody's kind of like, who is this prima donna who thinks he's just going to come in and be Kobe? You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to walk in there and just be Kobe, dude. You're just not. Okay? But that's his attitude. Like, I'm fixing to come in here and be a star. Y'all need to move out of the way. I'm the best thing ever happened. I don't think I want you on my team.
Maybe he took his draft advice from Shedeur Sanders.
Possibly. Anyway, I bet he's going to fall in the draft, and I don't blame teams a bit for not picking him. And I kind of almost rooting against the kid now just because of the attitude. I'm not sad, and I shouldn't be rooting against him, but I kind of am. It's like, you know what? You need to come down a peg. You know what I mean? Be humble a little bit. Appreciate what you got instead of thinking you're all that.
Well, I mean, you're seeing the same thing in college basketball. Kids coming in and wanting, $4 million or something like that. It's like, no, kid, you're not worth $4 million yet.
Yeah. What in the world are you doing?
Huh?
Are you coloring?
Sort of. I got new labels for my case at work. And so I'm going through and highlighting certain things. Like I have a road called Sunny Gap on my route, and I have anywhere Sunny Gap's on my route, I have it highlighted in yellow, so it's easier for my sub to find.
Okay.
So I've been sitting here doing that while we're talking sports.
All right, well, I gotta get off here. It's almost 5:30.
I always enjoyed coloring when I was a kid.
Yeah, I did too. Did you ever have to do that turkey thing where you put your hand down?
Sure.
Trace your fingers, and then you make the head out of your thumb.
Yeah.
I had a cool looking turkey, man. I had the biggest turkey in school.
But you had the biggest hands in the school, and we're talking what, second grade?
Second grade, yeah. They're like, "Who's this gorilla you got in second grade?" Like, what? Bigfoot down here.
Dude, these AI gorilla things that we were talking about the other day? Okay. They have one that they've done AI of this guy who's a British soldier, and it's like during the Revolutionary War. Freaking hilarious, dude.
I think I saw that one.
He's like
running, and he's like,
because they're hiding behind trees. Why won't they come out and stand in single file? I don't understand.
It's not honorable.
Yeah. It's like, man, these guys really don't want to pay taxes.
Oh my gosh. Those videos are so funny.
They are. They're good, man. They're good.
Yeah, look at it. Here's one of the podcasts is what they said. Another Arkansas podcast.
Yeah.
This is what's in their thing. Where is this rank on bad losses, and what will it take to lift the curse? So they're not even discussing is there a curse. They're just full on accepting there is one. How do we get rid of it?
I don't know if it's a curse. Arkansas fans will tell you that we always feel like there's a national bias against us. We've always felt that way. Like it's the way we've been treated, the way that we get talked about. Just we've always felt that way. But a curse, I don't know, man. I mean, I think a curse is like I don't feel like our programs would be doing anything if we were cursed, like we would suck,
Yeah.
I think our football team is cursed. If we have a curse somewhere, it's on our football team. I don't think it's on our basketball team or our baseball team. I think it's on our football team. I think it all stems from a motorcycle wreck.
No, there's been good stuff that's happened though. Remember the 4th and 23 or whatever it was, and the guy throws it over his head, and Alex runs it in. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's kind of my point. Well, it goes against my point that football's cursed, but it goes with my point that I don't think we're cursed because we have stuff like that happen.
Yeah,
But we're also the team that the guy doesn't call. We're playing North Texas, and the guy doesn't call a fair catch, and everybody stands there and looks at him, and then he runs to the other end for a touchdown. we are.
This is true.
I don't feel like we're cursed, though. I just feel like we're on the verge all the time. Like we're like we just And as a fan who's always on the verge, always like just about to get over the hump, as a fan, you feel like as soon as we do, everything's going to click and we're going to become a dynasty and we're going to win multiple. It's not going to happen. You're going to win one. And then a few years later, if you're lucky, you have a chance to win another one somewhere. We're not Ohio State or Alabama or, we're just not that.
Oh, the other thing, they were giving Aloy a hard time for not going to the press conference. Like, oh, he couldn't even come to the press conference. Like, they were being jerks about it. And then Gabe Frazier, who's on the team, right? He tweeted out a while ago that he did show up for our team day in and day out, and not showing up for the press conference has nothing to do with him not showing up for the team. He decided it was more important to be with his teammates instead of in media, because that's the type of guy he is. So he was with his teammates instead of coming out here to talk to y'all and answer your stupid, dumb questions.
Yeah.
Gotta be better to hang out with his teammates who are actually pretty upset. They just lost a hard game.
And not only that, but the question he's going to get 9,000 times. So why did you turn 2 right there?
Yeah, I know.
2 right there.
Make him feel like crap,
Yeah, exactly.
So
well, he didn't get to. Yeah, he didn't get to come out here so we could berate him. I don't know why I guess because they're getting paid now, but like I never understood in the past why any of the players do media.
Someone else tweeted this out. Some context. The NCAA reps decided to start the news conference before Aloy arrived at the interview room. Once he arrived, the decision was made not to have him disrupt the news conference in progress.
Oh,
so it wasn't that he didn't show up. He did show up. He was just late getting there. Well, he wasn't even late. They started it early.
Yeah.
Get off the kid's back, man. He just lost a tough game. And he's just a kid. These are just kids, too. You know what I mean? All right, man, let's get out of here. I got to feed my dogs. They're whining over here. I hear them. It's dinner time. It's weird. They know from when my Live 360 thing was off. They know when the wife gets home. It dings. They know the ding. Mom's here, and it's like a doorbell, but she's down the street somewhere. She's not even here yet. They think she's here. The other thing is when we finish this thing, it makes a noise. The Discord makes a noise on my phone. It's like the video went to Discord or something. I don't know, sure. They'll get up, they'll come over here. It's time for dinner. Dinner time. All right, dinner time. We're done with the podcast, and they're all, they're trained, man. Trained to sounds. Anyway. Anything else?
No, I think I'm going to go jump in the pool and
what are you up to? It's hotter than blazes out there.
I know. Here in about an hour and a half, I got to go start my mowing.
Yeah, I'm fixing to go do that right now.
And then tomorrow night, I got to go mow at the church. So I got 2 days of mowing that I got to mow. So the one at the church is a lot easier. It's a 0 turn. The one at the house is a push. So.
Oh yeah, no. I got my rider, so I gotta get out there and mow the yard though. I think Nathan already went out to start weed eating. So,
all
right, brother. I will catch you later. Peace out.
Go Hogs.
Thanks for watching our show. Remember to subscribe for more shows on the network. Smash the like button, share, and comment.